everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Rita. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I do hope that you will hit that subscribe button as well. That way you never miss an upload. So my channel is all about beauty, fashion and lifestyle. I like to share videos, different things that I like in beauty. I like to do makeup reviews, makeup tips and techniques. Also just fun things when it comes to fashion and beauty. So if this is the sort of thing that you are interested in, then please hit that subscribe button. So today's video is going to be another foundation try on. I'll be testing a new foundation which I've actually never heard of. I only came across this a few weeks ago in my search for bargains online. And it's the foundation by Rodial. It comes in a box like this, and it's the Diamond Foundation. So it's a 30 ml bottle, and that is the packaging that it comes in. So I didn't see too many reviews on this particular foundation, so it was really difficult, but there was only the one shade available actually where I bought it. So and it looked like it would be my shade. So this is one thing that you should never do actually. Never just buy a foundation online. You need to try foundation on before you purchase. But because I know how to color match my skin tone and work with different foundation shades, I knew that I would try this one anyway. So the foundation came, it's in a nice packaging like this. Doing my research, I found that it is a foundation actually that is stocked in Harvey Nichols and Harrods, which are both very high-end department stores, so it must be a good foundation. So yes, I'm happy to try it. I want to actually see what it's like. So it doesn't really say what sort of skin types it is suitable for, but I would like to think that it's for all skin types. It doesn't say that anywhere on the packaging. So anyway, when you open, this is what you get. So it's a nice bottle like that, and this is the shade number 70 that we'll be trying on today. So this is the actual bottle that the foundation comes in, which is really nice, and it has a pump to make it easy for you to dispense the foundation. So I'm going to just dispense a bit of it just to see what the color looks like. So I've just dispensed 2 pumps of the foundation, and that is what the shade looks like. This is shade number 70. It's got a deep, like an orangey base, which I hope will match my skin tone. Normally with my foundation shades, I tend to be a neutral tone, not warm, and this one looks quite warm, but we hope that it will work. It is a little bit runny, but yeah, so this is shade number 70, and I'm going to apply that and see. As always, when you're applying your foundation, always start with the center, that way it's easy for you to actually apply the foundation and spread it out. Just looking at it on my skin, it does look really orange. It's such a deep warm tone. I tend to be neutral, but this one is really orange. But I hope that with the correct highlighting and contouring, it will work out. So I'm just going to mix this in, and then we'll see. It doesn't have a bad smell to it as well, but I'm not happy with how orange this looks. This is, I mean, as far as orange goes, this is, I think, very orange. I don't think I've ever tried a foundation quite so orange looking, but I'm going to try and blend it and see how far we go. Okay, as I'm spreading this foundation on and just trying to blend, I noticed that it mattifies quickly. It has a nice feel to it. It definitely has a nice texture. It is very matte. That's the transfer that you get, which is quite a lot. So it feels comfortable. It feels really matte, and it's not so easy to blend out, simply because as you apply it, it starts to mattify. So I think you really need to work quickly when you're applying this. I don't like how orange it is. I mean, against my actual skin tone, it looks like I have mud on my face, literally. And I don't think that's the kind of look that I want to go for. However, we will do all the necessary highlighting and contouring and just see how this works. But I feel like this is such a warm tone. Obviously, for people who are much darker than my skin tone, maybe it would work. If you've got a warmer tone to your skin, I think this could work. But for me, because I tend to I've got a neutral undertone, so my foundations are always the neutral ones. I feel like maybe this one is a little bit too orange. However, foundation does oxidize, so we'll see how it will work after a long time. This is another reason why you should actually never just buy foundation online, because you could wind up or end up having a face like this, like an orange face. Always try a foundation on in store. Take a sample, go home, try it out before you actually buy it. But I don't have any regrets with this particular one, because it was a steal for £7.99. I think it was like nothing really. So yeah, I'm going to try and work with it. I'm going to blend it all out properly, and then we'll do the highlighting and contouring and see how it works. But yeah, what I notice is that it is very comfortable. It definitely gives you a nice natural finish, natural look, as you can see. I think this would be a nice foundation for somebody with like a combination oily skin to oily skin. I don't think it would be good for dry skin, because it does feel quite matte. When it comes to the shade range as well, I don't think they have too many. I've seen that they have a shade 80, which is darker, and then the lighter one the one I've got is shade 60. So they go up in tens, I think. But yeah, I don't like how warm or orange this is. So I'm just gonna try to do some more blending. So it says it is a buildable coverage. I felt like I had put in too much already, but if you wanted to have a fuller coverage with this one, so obviously you can achieve a full coverage. But definitely one of the things actually I like is the finish of the foundation. It's a nice natural finish, and it definitely looks quite matte, and it feels really comfortable to wear, which is what I like about foundation. So in terms of feel and texture, it gets a thumbs up from me. When it comes to the actual shade, it's not, I think, the best for my skin tone, but it's a try on. We'll work with it. I'm going to do a bit of highlighting now. I'll be using my favorite foundation for highlighting, which is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. That is a 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. This is in the shade 23, which is ginger. So just a few dots around my eye area, a few dots there, a few dots there, and just a few on my forehead, and then we blend out. Okay, this is with a bit of highlighting. I still feel like I've got an orange face, and that's not the kind of look I like when I wear a foundation. I like to have a natural look, and I like my foundation to actually match my skin tone. Looking at where I had taken that foundation, that is really, really warm for my skin tone. You can see that that is a very deep orangey reddy base, um, which is not for my skin. But I'm going to finish off the rest of my makeup, and then I will come back and show you what the finished look and give you my final thoughts. So I am back with the sort of finished look. I am not wearing any eye makeup today. I just don't want any eye makeup, so my brows are not done. No eyeshadow. I've just put a little bit of mascara. So my thoughts on the foundation. Definitely, I love how it feels on the skin. I love that it's a nice, comfortable matte finish, like a nice natural matte. Somebody with a very dry skin should never try this on. I feel like it will just dry out your skin too much. If you're a combination oily skin or oily skin, definitely it feels ideal. Coming closer, so around my eye area I used a full coverage foundation to set. It does feel quite dry actually around there, but definitely this is a nice matte foundation for those with combination oily to oily skin. The color, I have to give it time and hope that it will oxidize. I feel like it is still quite a bright warm tone for my skin, and I mean it doesn't look too bad, but then again, because I know what works for my skin tone, I feel like this would not be one of those foundations I'd be comfortable to wear, just because I feel like it is so orange. It's not the right tone for my neutral toned skin. However, I feel like I can work with this foundation if I mix it with another. So there are times when you get a foundation and it's not quite the correct tone, and this for me is one of those. And I know I've got some foundations that I can mix it with and actually achieve a better wearable tone. Overall, I do like the feel of it on my skin. Given that I have a combination oily skin, it's definitely a foundation that I like. I like the feel of it. I like the texture. I like that it's a nice natural matte finish. I like also that the fact that it's a buildable coverage. It doesn't look like I've caked it on. It just looks like a nice foundation. It's just that the shade is, I think, a little bit too orange for my skin tone. But I'm sure after a few hours it will tone down once it oxidizes and sets in. I'm sure it will look okay, but so far feels comfortable. It's really, really matte. It's not too much transfer. I just touched my face and it's like it's dried onto your face. But yeah, so it is a nice matte natural finish foundation. Definitely evens your skin tone as they claim. Maybe they need to work more on actually getting the correct shades, but overall I think it's maybe one thumb up and not two. But yes, so that is the Rodial foundation try on and a little review for you. I will try and do another check-in after wearing it for a few hours and see how it wears, see if the color adjusts and so on. So thank you for watching and I will see you soon. I'm back with a check-in. I've been wearing this foundation for just over 5 hours. It still looks intact. It still looks really nice and really matte, except for just around my nose here where you can see the shine. I have a combination oily skin, so or the skin type 3, so my T-zone gets really shiny, but you can see that my forehead looks alright and the shine is really just around my nose here. I haven't done any touch-ups today, and this is what the foundation looks like. The only thing I don't like is the shade. I feel like it's a little bit too orange for my skin tone. I normally go for neutral toned foundations because I have that neutral undertone, but this one was really too orange, and you can see that it does look a bit orange, which is the only thing that I don't like. Otherwise, the foundation is a really nice matte foundation for people with combination to oily skin, and it's also very well balanced. It's not heavy, it's very lightweight, it's breathable, and it's transfer free. As you can see, I'm touching my skin and you can see that there is hardly any transfer, so it basically goes on and it dries onto your skin, but it doesn't feel uncomfortable, it doesn't feel too heavy, it's still like breathable, really lightweight, and just a nice comfortable feel, which you hardly notice. Actually, doesn't really feel like I've got anything too heavy on. So yes, I do like the foundation, I just don't like the shade. I think it was too orange for my skin tone, but for anybody with a warmer tone to my skin tone, I think it will look nice, especially if you've got an oily combination skin. This is a really good foundation to try. But yeah, for me, I feel like I'll need to mix it with another foundation just to get the tone correct. But yeah, otherwise it is a good foundation. The only downside was the shade. So I hope you found this helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up as well. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any future uploads. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.